Good afternoon. It's 4 o'clock on the 14th of May. I'm Robert Easton.
And I'm Jamie McMurray. I will be bringing you today's latest sports news after today's headlines.
Good news for the University of Huddersfield after a 9-place rise in the Times Good University Guide from joint 44th place to 35th. Fiona Unahemeka reports from the university.
New figures released by the Sunday Times newspaper have announced that the University of Huddersfield is now the 35th best university in the country according to league tables. 2013 marks a 9-place rise from joint 44th last year. The university has acknowledged that there are improvements to be made and seeks to improve its accommodation and sports facilities. However, the rise in the league table is great news for the university. I spoke with Nigel Phillips, Director of Planning and Information at the University of Huddersfield, who explained that improving its position in the league tables has been an added bonus.
The university's made a number of changes to try and improve its position in the league table, but by and large the changes were not done in order to go up the league table. The changes were done because they were things the university wanted to do to further its mission and to improve student experience. The fact that they take us up the league table is a nice thing, but it's not the main drive in general. In subject areas, the areas which we're particularly strong in are probably education, music very broadly, and I think new areas like pharmacy have come on very strongly.
Matt Walton, the Student Union President at the university, talked about how it's continuing to further improve students' experience.
The leisure facilities, we've got the Learning Leisure Centre, which is now being built on campus, which has got a sports hall, gym, students' union, and obviously there's all manner of things can go on inside there. It's not just what it is at the moment. A sports hall can become an event holding place, so you could have a band on there for argument's sake. It's got big bleacher seats and what have you, so the possibilities are endless really in terms of improvement for that. Reputation's important now more than ever. People want value for money in a marketised environment, so hopefully climbing up the league tables will see greater applications for places. Yeah. So
the university is excelling in education and innovations, and the future is certainly looking bright. That's all for me, Fiona Unahemeka.
Town Centre pub The Zetland is set to have its licence reviewed by the Health and Safety Services following a recommendation by the Fire Service in November. Elisa Tangata reports.
Bar in Huddersfield Town Centre is due to have its licence renewed after health and safety issues have been brought to attention. Fire chiefs have claimed that somebody took batteries out of the smoke alarm inside the bar. The discovery was made last November following an inspection to the premises which was conducted by West Yorkshire Fire and Rescue Service. West Yorkshire Police are backing the possible revoking of the Zetland's pub licence after the bar wiped CCTV footage following a violent incident on the premises. Review will be considered by Kirklees Council on Tuesday 21st of May at Huddersfield Town Hall at 10 a.m.
Local independent businesses in West Yorkshire are gathering at the indoor market in Huddersfield once a month in order to showcase and sell their products. Jade Kelly tells us more.
I'm here in Huddersfield Town Centre where one Sunday a month Huddersfield's local tradespeople and merchants from around the local area in Kirklees are going up market. Hundreds of shoppers descended on the venue as over 60 local merchants set up stalls ranging from fresh meat to knitted goods. The council sought to build on the success of the previous two events, of which drew in over 3,000 visitors. The market offers a selection of local produce as well as handmade gifts and furnishings that will appeal to all ages. The event ran at Brook Street from 10 till 4 p.m. with busy crowds throughout. Stallholders were encouraging customers to taste new products and welcome their feedback. Live music created a relaxed atmosphere for the day away from the hustle and bustle of the market usually held on Huddersfield's Brook Street. New and upcoming businesses can use the quirky market to showcase their products and target new customers.
I think one of the things that makes this market is the atmosphere that's here. You know, there's always something happening. It's got a great atmosphere. It's indoors to a certain extent, but it's outdoors. It's a traditional market.
I find this market has got a lot of potential, and it's absolutely brilliant with the amount of traders that we get on this place.
Yeah, it's been really good fun, nice to wander around, fresh air and good food, yeah, really good.
Next week marks annual Dementia Awareness Week. The number of sufferers in the local Kirklees area alone is expected to rise from the current figure of 4,000 to 6,000 within 15 years.
Yeah, definitely. I don't see why not. It's just as bad as any other condition out there, like diabetes and stuff, so it definitely should be known.
People are totally ignorant to it. Like when I first started doing care, I didn't have a clue. And you don't know how to treat them people. And you see them walking by the street, you don't have a clue what they're thinking or, you know what I mean? So I just personally think myself, for someone who doesn't know about it to understand it fully, it'll obviously make that person's life a bit more easier.
Kirklees Council has decided to take action by participating in this year's Awareness Week to ensure that people recognise the first signs of the disease and how to face it. We spoke to Michaela Dyson, Senior Lecturer of the Department of Human Health Sciences at the University of Huddersfield, about the misconceptions people hold towards dementia.
We've got rising numbers of people that are being diagnosed. We're living in an ageing society now. Currently we've got 800,000 people diagnosed with dementia that we know about at the moment. So clearly it's important that people get diagnosed as soon as they can, that they have the awareness of what the signs and symptoms are so they can get treatment early on and hopefully then have a quality of life, because I think there's a big misconception that if you get dementia there's nothing you can do about it. It doesn't sort of respect anybody in terms of, you know, it targets certain people, it's just one of those things, but there's certainly things you can do in terms of having a healthy lifestyle that can sort of perhaps reduce the chances of you developing a dementia in later life, particularly around keeping physically generally healthy, because some people do get vascular dementia, which is caused by physical issues, predisposing things like diabetes, unhealthy lifestyles, really lack of exercise, obesity, those sorts of things can all contribute. But I think particularly for the younger generation, moderation is always the word they say in terms of alcohol and drugs.
The United Nations is suggesting that people of the Western world should start eating bugs and insects as part of a regular, healthy diet. Trey Galloway has this report.
The solution to world poverty may have been under our noses all along. The United Nations has issued official advice suggesting that Earth's inhabitants eat insects to help combat food insecurity and reduce pollution worldwide. According to the United Nations Food and Agriculture Organization, edible insects should be promoted as food for both people and pets. They are a sustainable source of food and very high in protein and low in fat. The UN has stated that 2 billion people eat insects in the world, mainly in Asia and Africa. I asked the people in Huddersfield whether they feel ready to start eating insects, showing them some delights I had to offer.
Some countries in the foreign area, I mean, for example, like Thailand, Sri Lanka and stuff like that, they normally caramelise them and eat them as a delicacy, but to my opinion, I don't think they are.
It looks more like fish food, to be honest with you. It's something I'd go fishing with more than eat myself.
So I cooked properly, and if anyone knows the recipe for a delicacy like this, probably it sounds interesting.
I spoke to Dr. Stefano Vanin, an entomologist, about the benefits of eating insects.
The eating insect could be very important as well at the global level, because the production of insect is cheaper than the production of beef or pork meat. Like for example, the transformation factor from food to meat is for 10 gram of food you can have 1 gram of beef, 3 gram of pork meat, but you can reach 9 gram of insect meat. This means that there is a good quality in the transformation of the food.
It is no surprise as the public of Huddersfield do not take too kindly to eating insects. However, as food becomes more scarce, perhaps this is the future.
And here's Jamie with the sports news. Jamie?
Thanks, Rob. And in sport, in rugby league, Huddersfield Giants' Joe Wardle has received a 2-match ban after submitting an early guilty plea following his sending off during Saturday's Challenge Cup 5th round victory over Leeds Rhinos.
It's a red card for Joe Wardle. Off for the game. He can't believe it.
That was Joe Wardle being sent off on Saturday. Leroy Cudjoe was charged after the match with a Grade A punching offence, but has today been cleared and will be free to face the Widnes Vikings in the Giants' next match. Barnsley-born cricketer Catherine Brunt was last night named Women's Cricketer of the Year by the England and Wales Cricket Board. She has been an integral part of the Women's England team, given many solid and impressive performances throughout the year, including taking 12 wickets during England's ICC Women's World Cup campaign in India. This is the third year Brunt has claimed the title, with previous wins coming in 2006 and 2010. That's all the sports news for today.
And so thank you for joining us. For more news and updates, tune in tomorrow at 12 o'clock or go to mhm.hud.ac.uk/broadcast/Group B. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Look at your